Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. I hope you're having a fantastic middle of the week. As I promised on my previous video, today I'm going to cover all the pre-orders that happened last month from Aaron Studios. This company is crazy. They released so many items. They really were killing it at the Sideshow Con, and they didn't miss a beat when it comes about releasing stuff. They were doing a lot of pre-orders every week. So today I'm going to cover all the different franchises from Marvel, Star Wars, DC, from video game franchises, movie franchises. So it's going to be a very packed video. So if you're only interested in a particular collectible, then just use the timestamps in the description so that way you can get to that part of the video. And don't forget, if you like the contents of this channel, leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with your friends. Let me know how you feel about it. So let's get into it. So let's start with gaming, and the first statue is the Sweet Tooth Needles cane from the Twisted Metal gaming franchise. The price is $140 for this piece. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting this when it was announced, and when I saw it for the first time, I was impressed. It's really an impressive piece. I'm not really into the game. I know there are a lot of fans out there. It's a classic PlayStation game, and definitely what they did here, the sculptor here, did a terrific job in representing this character. It looks great. The paint job, it's awesome. I think it is a really cool concept. So definitely this is a great piece. I think the price is excellent for what it is, and I really like it. All right, now we're moving on to the God of War gaming franchise, and we have Kratos and Atreus, a 1/10 scale battle diorama series. It's $200 for this. It's cheaper if you go and pre-order directly from the Aaron Studios website, so you have to kind of look it up. But I'm telling you, it looks really good. I really like the concept. Now, in my opinion, the price for this should be around $160, $170. So I think it's a bit more expensive than what I thought it would be. Even though there are two characters here, I think, you know, there's not much to it. There's no like switch out parts or anything like that. But it looks cool. You know, the concept is cool. It represents the characters. I know right now the upcoming game on the PS5, people are going crazy for it. So I know this is gonna sell well. Now, the Ogre is going to be the companion piece for the diorama, and this is $360. And this is actually, in my opinion, this is way too much for what they're offering here, in my opinion. This shouldn't be more than $300. But you know how it is nowadays with prices, everything is going crazy. And the concept of this Ogre has always been interesting. It looks more like a big gorilla, some sort of gorilla. So it's just the concept of the game. It represents that well. It is huge when you have to compare it right next to Kratos. But, you know, it's cool. The concept is cool. I just feel that the price, you know, this is one part. And I know this is going to be big when you look at the dimensions on the description. But I still feel that it's too expensive. I wouldn't price this more than $300. But, of course, it's just my opinion. The concept is cool. The paint job is cool. It represents that well. And I feel that the diorama with Kratos, Atreus right next to it, it's going to, you know, do so well. All right, guys, now we're moving on to the movies, and we have the Mummy Deluxe 1/10 scale statue. The price for the deluxe version is $210. The collector's edition, which in this case is just the regular version, is $130. I think the difference, it's really good if you really want something small. $130 is a perfect price. Now, when you look at this, you know, this is a classic depiction of this classic film. And I like it. It's cool. It's kind of came out of the left field when I saw it for the first time. I wouldn't say that I was totally impressed. I was surprised because it's something that, you know, you don't really expect much from Aaron Studios. But this is the power Aaron Studios is really doing a lot of things from different things. And it is cool that they're doing different things. And I think it makes this hobby more surprising and more enticing just to look at this type of shows. Because there's something new. You never know what they're going to bring. And this is really cool. I know there are fans of this classic Hollywood films. Now, I do like these walls around the sarcophagus. I think it's super cool, and I think the price is not bad. But if you want to save some money, you go for the regular one without the walls. I think that'd be fine too. I think it's great price, and the art is super cool, and it's not really that big. So I think that the price is fair. And now we're moving on to another classic film, E.T., and this is the E.T. and Elliot Deluxe statue, 1/10. The price for the deluxe version is $365. There is a regular edition, which is $240, which I think is a big difference. And the difference is because the deluxe version comes with a light-up feature and this big moon on the background that lights up. I will tell you, I think the price is excessive for that. Just because of that, the big difference between the regular and this is just that light-up feature. And to be honest, at the end of the day, it's a matter of choice. If you want a light-up feature just to make it look cool, go for it. But at the same time, if you're going to display like this, like for example, like you're looking at this, that moon, that flat thing on the side, it kind of looks tacky. So I wouldn't even go for it unless you display it on the other way and you want the light up feature. So I would say the regular version, it's just more than enough. Look at the small tree. So that kind of resembles some distance. Here you can connect the, plug it in to get some power on it. It is just it's a neat thing, it's just something. It's kind of gimmicky in some ways. And that's the reason why it's priced so high, which I don't like. But if you put that aside, I think the sculpt is really good on Elliot, and E.T. definitely looks great. It's a classic film. So if you display it like this with the moon behind it, it's fine. But if you don't have the space and you have to put it on the side, then definitely it's a big no-no. So I wouldn't go for that. Here you can see where you can connect the power cable. Nice concept. I think it's the price is the part where I'm conflicted. Even with the regular one, I think, of course, the license, it's expensive, it's huge, so I would say this should be like $250, no more than that in my opinion. All right, and now we're moving on to Jurassic Park, and we have the Just the Two Raptors Deluxe 1/10 scale statue. The price is $315. Now, I'm a big fan of Jurassic Park. I love dinosaurs, and I will tell you, like, I had a video recently I talk about, and I always talk about it, Prime 1 Studio and the Jurassic Park collection and Jurassic World collection as well. Amazing pieces. But if you're looking for something smaller, because if you want the big stuff, then you're gonna pay a premium, and also they take a lot of real estate. Here you don't have the same problem, and I think the Iron Studios is a great alternative for those who are conscious about this space and also how much they're spending on these collectibles. Great piece, I like it. I think with the price, again, this is one thing. It seems that the 110 is becoming now, the price of the 110 is the 1.6 standard that it used to be at 2 years ago. And I feel that we're moving away from the time where prices were, easier, to digest. I feel that we're in that situation right now that everything is so expensive. And collectibles are, being luxury items, they're the first thing that has to really increase in price. And look at this, it looks cool for what it is. I like it. The paint job is good. And, just the whole concept here is really, really cool. I love Jurassic Park, the whole franchise, but the first film, in my opinion, it was the best. I think the price is fair. I'm not want to say that I'm crazy about it, but I think it's fair. All right, guys, now we're looking at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And this is a franchise that, I wasn't ever crazy about it. I watched the episodes of the original Power Rangers, but I was never really too much into it. Maybe I was too old by then to really kind of enjoy it fully, as many, younger people did. But I'm surprised about this. I think they did a good job. You see the whole assemble of all the characters: the Pink Ranger, Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red, Blue, Yellow, Black, and then you have Sordon, the big head, floating head. It is really cool, and I think the prices are really, really good. $160 for each one, and we're not gonna look at all of them to save some space because I think they all look great. I think the pose is fantastic, and it's $160 again. Look at this guy here, just the red one, and which is definitely a main character, or one of the main, or the captain of all of them. It's hard for me to remember all of it because I know some people, they're so in tune with this franchise. I wasn't as much. I do remember the basics, and I like it. And here you see the whole assembly with Sordon in the back. Really cool. That has a light up feature. They all look great, and definitely with the price that they're giving this, they are really doing something good. So I know a lot of people are excited for this one. Definitely when you add up the price to all of them, it's not gonna be as cheap, but I think they're great. Let's look at Sordon. 162, has a light up feature. Really, really cool. Look at that. It's a nice concept, and definitely this is one thing I would say about Iron Studios that I really love, is that they do this collections like they did with the Thundercats, and they do this assemblies, and I like that. I think they foresee that, so they create bases that all pretty much come together. It's also a way to save space. It gives because there are people that they have a challenge putting things together, and they need to have a clear idea, and not everyone is good at putting things together. And I feel that this gives people the right idea how to display things, and it looks really good. All right, guys, now we're moving on to the only DC piece that was released last month, is the King Shark for the Suicide Squad film. $180. I think I'm okay with the price. I think $160 would be best, but that's just me, of course. This is going to be a large piece. I didn't get the chance to review this film. I wasn't crazy about it. I was expecting a lot, and it didn't deliver, in my opinion. It was fun, but it wasn't good. Some people might disagree with that. That's fine. It was a lot of things that could have been done better there. But I think King Shark was one of the coolest characters there, and he was funny too. And of course, he was gruesome. And as you can see, this is a gruesome statue. he's eating this fella, whatever is left over, you know, in this case, the leg. But it's really cool. I think the paint job is good. I know it's going to do well. I know people are going to buy it because it's King Shark. And there are a lot of DC fans out there that love the character and they love the film. So it is really cool. All right, guys, now we're moving on to the Star Wars because there were so many reveals from Star Wars last month. A lot of pre-orders. And I'm going to cover all of them. Let's start first with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think Obi-Wan looks amazing. $160. I think it's a phenomenal price for this. You know, they could have just even go crazy as they sometimes... Iron Studios doesn't really have a standard with pricing. Some prices are okay, some are good, some are really bad, and it has to do with the franchises. But sometimes even the Star Wars, which is a really expensive franchise, you get Obi-Wan at $160. I think it's a fair price. And I think the depiction here is really good. The pose is good, the sculpt is good, the whole concept is good. And I really like this piece. I really love the face sculpt on this one more than the Diamond Select statue that I took also recently and a 110, and that was what, a 17, 16. I think this is a much better representation. Looks great. Really like the texture on the clothing. It's a nice sculpt. It's fully sculpted piece. Looks fantastic. Definitely it's a winner. And we have Bo-Katan, $160 for this one. Really like the pose. It's very dynamic. Of course, she is in action, ready to fight. And I really like the base. The whole concept, the paint job is good. It has a lot of battle damage in the armor, which is really good. I wish it had an interchangeable portrait where you can see the face of the character as the Diamond Select did. But I think this is good as it is. It looks good. Really love this bases and what they're doing. This is one thing that I would say about Iron Studios. When it comes about bases, they add a lot of details to them, which is really, really good. I like that they do that. It really gives a more premium feel to this statue. Now we're looking at the Dark Trooper 110 scale statue, and this is very cool. I really like the concept here. Now, I'm not crazy about the pose. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. I wish he was pointing the gun at you. That would be much better pose for this character. But, you know, it's cool. The paint job is really well done. Definitely, it needs some battle damage as well. But beyond that, I think it's a nice concept. The price, I would say it's fair, $140. I will go for $120, $130, no more than that. But, you know, this is the standard price now, so we have to keep that in mind. Looks great. It's kind of like tilting to the front. There's some tilt there, which I don't like. But ultimately, I think it's just the angle. It does have an interchangeable arm, which is cool. I just wish the arm was holding the gun. That would be good. Now we're looking at Boba Fett and Fennec Shan on Throne Deluxe. And this is a really cool statue. There are two versions, one only with Boba Fett. But to be honest with you, go with the one with Fennec Shan because I think it's super cool and I like it. This was one that I was really impressed as soon as I saw at Sideshow Con. I think it's a really fantastic piece. They really cram a lot of detail in it in a nice way. I love the Hot Toys display and I think this is as good. And you can see the actress on a 110 scale statue. They did a phenomenal job. It's not that easy, but it looks like her. Now, one thing I would say about the armor with Boba Fett, I wish it had some battle damage because, of course, if you have seen the show, you know there's some battle damage. It is a very clean paint. That's the only thing that I would point out here. Everything looks really, really clean. The only thing that is not clean is the boots, you know, a little bit dirt underneath. But other than that, you know, it's just clean. But the whole thing, the representation is really nice. Really nice representation. Love the detail. If you're going for this, then go for both because I think that's the ultimate representation. Both look great together and they're meant to be together. Now we're looking at IG-11 and the Child Deluxe. The price for this one is $335. Now this is a very impressive piece. I like the whole design. I like the concept and the application. The only thing I'm not crazy about it, and I really like the way they did the smoke here, I don't like the way the guns, the fire that is coming from the guns, from the barrel. I don't like the way it's represented. It looks plasticky. They should have used some type of clear resin to make it look better. I just don't like the way it looks. It looks like, you know, like a toy gun that is shooting some type of, you know, some gimmicky stuff. It just doesn't look right. That's the only complaint that I would have with this. The dust that is being created by the bike is really well done. Really like that. It's a really cool piece. I think the price is fair for what they're trying to represent, but I will tell you the only thing they need to fix is those two things. That's the only thing that I would change. Again, look at that. It looks very plasticky. It doesn't look right. But everything else, the concept, the paint job everywhere else is really good. You can remove the child, from his back. It's really cool. I like the child, the way it looks. Really nice concept. This is, and I love the pictures that they're doing just to showcase this. Really great. I think in this case, Iron Studios is doing a great job with that. And look at the dimensions. I definitely see that there is really big and it's long, of course, and is well represented here. So yeah, I like it. Now we're looking at the Mandalorian on Speeder Bike Deluxe 110. The price is $335, and I'm really impressed with this one. I like this one a lot. I think, you know, this is one thing. Now I've been looking at the version that is by Hot Toys. Of course, more expensive. But to be honest, I really don't know which one will be the best choice for me. I want to have one of them, whether I can go for the 110, which is a space saver, or I can go for the 1.6, which is, in my opinion, the perfect scale that, or the scale that I prefer the most. But 110, I think, fits better with the space that I have, which is very limited. But they are great. Of course, you know, there's a price difference there. But I really like this, and I think those who don't have the space for the Hot Toys and they want something smaller, they can have something really beautiful here. And as you can see, all the detail there is well applied. It's really well done. The paint job is good. The level of detail there, it's just really good. I like it. I think the price is fair for what they're offering here on these pieces with the bikes. It's large, as long as you can see. And it looks great. I like it. Definitely, this is a winner in my opinion, and a beautiful piece. Now, continue with the Mandalorian theme. Let's talk about Grogu, the 1/4 scale statue. The price for this one is $520, and I'm telling you, I'm not crazy about the price. I wasn't impressed about the statue when I saw it at Sideshow Con. It does have a light-up feature, which is cool, has an interchangeable portrait, but I wasn't crazy, and I don't think the price is really that good. It seems to me that now the quarter scale has become like the $500 is pretty much the mark for quarter scale pieces. And to be honest with you, I think that some quarter scale pieces shouldn't even be priced as that. You know, they should be priced probably $400 and the most. And I think the child would be one of them. Yes, it does have the light-up feature, but nowadays light-up features are becoming cheaper and cheaper to the point that, you know, they're not as complicated as they used to be. And they're kind of gimmicky for some people. Not everyone is going to be using it. It has the extra portrait, and that's good. And there's some detail there. In person, they might not look as bright. Of course, when you're doing this, you're photoshopping things that you can make things look brighter than what really are. It is cool. I wouldn't say that it will be a choice for me, but if you really love the child, if you really love Grogu, then definitely this is a great addition to any collection. It is not going to take as much space in comparison to other pieces. It can be displayed as a standalone piece, and I think a lot of people are going to do that. You know, you don't have to be a hardcore collector of Star Wars stuff to really have this in your collection or in any type of display. And now, talking about another quarter scale piece that is impressive in my opinion is the Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, and Grogu 1/4 scale legacy replica. The price is steep. It's $1,300, $1,350. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't say that I'm crazy about the price, but when you come to think of it, there are 3 characters here, so definitely they're going to price it up there. And the likeness with the actor, the likeness with, in this case, with Luke Skywalker, it's just there. Based, of course, on the Mandalorian. But I'm telling you, looks great. Grogu looks interesting there, kind of scared. And R2 looks really good. So ultimately, you have an ultimate display. It's a quarter scale, so a lot of fans out there of quarter scale. Of course, some people are going to complain about the price. Some people already complain about the price. But I feel that overall, based on what they're doing now, it's kind of, you know, I can understand it. I'm not saying that I'm approving it, but I think based on in this case, the character, the actor, based, you know, everything that is here, it is really good. Yeah, when you look at the face, you're looking at Mark Hamill, the young version of Mark Hamill, and it's eerie just to see it. And R2-D2 has also light-up features. That is cool. So I will say that I'm not saying that I am approving the price. Everyone loves, you know, cheap goods, and myself included. I just feel that it's fair for what they're offering here. All right, guys, so now it's time to move on to the Marvel license, because the Marvel license is impressive right now. The stuff that they are releasing is impressive. We have the Thor Unleashed Deluxe 110. The price is $210, and I'm telling you, I like the price. And not only that, I like the statue. I think this is the coolest Thor statue that I've seen in years. And we have seen so many different Thors. Love the design. I don't know who is doing the art, but it reminds me of Arthur Adams' art. It looks really good. I love that, the way the musculature. I love his face. And you have Throg right there. you know, it's cool. The whole concept is cool, and he doesn't even have the classic outfit. It's just the, you know, a newer rendition of Thor, but it's super, super cool. I like this piece. And to be honest, as soon as I saw it, and it's been weeks since he came out, I wanted to talk about it. I didn't get a chance, but I was impressed then, and I'm still impressed now. And I feel that not only that, the price is perfect for what they're offering here. It does have the mixed media on the cape. Some people may not like it, but I do understand what they're trying to do here with this. It makes it more premium, or the look is more premium, and it looks super, super cool. Love the detail, the posture, you know, the pose is perfect. I love the frog there. It looks really good. It is a nice piece. Look at that face and the eyes, how intense they are. Paint job is on point. You know, the Mjolnir looks great. The base with all the details, it looks good. And to be honest, Odin that came out, what, it's been a while, you know, but Odin needed another companion piece, and now this is the one. And definitely, I'm sure that we're gonna have a Loki and other pieces too. It would be nice to see that. And of course, the Mjolnir looks great. It's the whole piece is amazing. And this is, to me, when I think about a lot of the pieces, and you know, they have produced a lot of pieces, and some of them, in my opinion, they're like 8 out of 10, 9 the most. This is a 10. It could be even a 12. If you have a 10 score, you know, 1 to 10, I will put this at a 12. I think it's perfect. This is the funny thing. Every time a new statue comes out that is a 110 or 1/6, people are always crying out saying, well, it cannot be 1/4. Why cannot it be 1/3? It's so funny. It bugs me, because I never seen 1/6 collectors or 110 collectors crying out when a quarter scale piece comes out and they don't get a 110 or 1/6 version. It is what it is, you know. You collect what you collect. That's the reason why you need to cry out to your companies and tell the companies, hey, we want a quarter scale on that. And yes, people have the right to do it, but you know, we all deserve that. And as a person that loves the smaller stuff, I'm glad the companies are paying attention, and they're also catering to collectors that love this. And I think the story is perfect, and it doesn't have to be bigger. I think it's perfect as it is. There are plenty Thors are big enough, so people have plenty options out there. So I love this one, and I'm glad they are doing it. All right, now we're moving on to Havoc, the 110 scale piece, $160. And I'm telling you, I'm happy that now the X Factor is getting the love, and we've been doing a lot of the, we haven't seen a lot of the X-Men stuff. Now the X Factor deserves that. And Havoc is a really nice looking piece. I like it. The only thing, the way he's doing his power with his hand, I wouldn't be crazy about it. Some people pointed out, and I agree. It would be nice if it was removable, but it is not. So it's the way they did it. It's just the way, you know, there's not a way to represent this from the comics. But I think the action pose, he's in a battle pose, I think I like that. It has the clear resin, which is cool. But again, I wish it was removable, so you can only see his hand if you want to change it, just for, you know, from time to time you want to change things around. But the paint job is really good. I love that. Definitely it's good. The texture, there's texture in his jacket. And, you know, in this case, the leader of the X Factor looks really, really good. And this is going to be another edition, of course, with the Sentinel dioramas. And I think they've been doing fantastic with these pieces. Iron Studios has been killing it with the whole collection. And every piece is amazing, in my opinion, from the heroes to the villains. They all look amazing. Alright guys, I'm jumping very quick to Iron Studios, to the website, because they have a magic for the X-Men BDSR scale 110, $149.99, $150. Is not available at Sideshow at the moment I'm filming this, so I'm coming here, and I will have the link in the description for all these items. But this magic looks amazing. I really like the concept here. Definitely represents the character very well with the big sword and also the other long sword. And I like that hand. You can see the Sentinel hand. So this is going to be, of course, part of the BDSR scale. Really looks cool. I really like this one. I don't really see any imperfections to point out. I really like the way that she has been sculpted, the dynamic pose. It's really a nice looking piece. I'm not sure why it's not at Sideshow yet. I'm sure that at some point it will be there, but look at that hand, the Sentinel hand, and of course this portal, and she's coming through it. It's really a nice touch to this piece. Really like this picture, of course. This is going to really fit well. I think it's one of the best female sculpts that they have done for this collection, for this 110 collection. And at every angle, I love the paint job. I love the texture in her outfit. It looks really cool. I think this is another winner for this collection. And now we're moving on to Mojo Deluxe 110. The price for this one is $315. And to be honest with you, I might complain about the price, but I think the price is fair because of the level of detail they're doing with Mojo. Now, when you ask me what is the best Mojo ever created, there hasn't been many, but Bowen Designs did a phenomenal Mojo. Phenomenal piece. I think this is not as good as that one, but it's really close, and it has a lot of detail. You can see it. The paint job is there. It's really cool. The whole concept is cool. And you know, you can always complain about the, you know, things here and there. We can always find things to fault and things to say, well, this could be better, this could represent that and that or that. But I think in this case, really follows suit with what they've been doing with the whole collection, with all the villains. I think it's going to fit really, really well. And I love the level of detail, the metal paint job, you know, the metallized parts, all of that. It has some, you know, wear, all of that. It feels oily, which is the character's signature appearance. It looks good. It looks terrifying as well. Really nice. Even his skin looks sick, which is really cool. It is a cool piece. Very, very cool. And I really like the detail. I think for what they're doing here, what they're offering here is going to be really large. It's going to take some real estate as a 110 piece. So I feel that it's good. This is a better price than what they're doing with the Augur for the God of War collection. I like it. I like it. I think it's a much better piece. Look at that. The level of detail. It's not only about the size of something, it's about the detail and all the little parts that go with it. And finally, the last piece of this video and also the last piece of the Marvel collection today is the Spiral 110 scale statue, $180. Now, some people will say that it's too steep. I think it's fair. It is not perfect price, but I think it is fair because this has a lot of detail. Now, there haven't been many Spiral statues that I remember of. I've seen custom pieces, but official pieces, we were really close to have something with Bowen Designs. Before Bowen Designs went out of business, they had a concept, work in progress, people were excited for it, and then of course, everything went south with Bowen Designs, and some guys picked that concept and they did some customs down the road, some years after the fact. And there's some roaming around for the 1/7 scale, for the Bowen Design scale, but officially we haven't seen. I don't remember. So I will tell you one thing: this Spiral is perfect as it is. But I'm happy that 110 collectors are getting this firsthand because it is a great piece, and the pose is amazing, the detail is amazing, and it represents the character so well in this battle pose with the different weapons. You know, she has weapons on every arm. Every sword, it's really good. The concept is good. The paint job is perfect. The representation is perfect. I really like it. The way she's standing there is really nice. Reminds me also of the video game, the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Really cool. This is a great representation of this character. It's amazing. This is one that it's a must. There's other pieces that you can skip, but this one you shouldn't skip because it looks fantastic. The whole detail is there. It's a beautiful piece. It's really nice. It's nicely done. So I'm telling you today, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for what Iron Studios is doing. This company is now on another level, in my opinion. They're doing a lot of amazing work. Every week, there are a lot of pre-orders, a lot of things. Of course, you got this Minico. I don't care much about it, but I know some people love it. I don't talk about it here in the channel. We also did this Child Play Chucky 2. Really cool. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but that's another cool concept if you're into it. So there's a lot of things this company is doing, and it's fascinating to see. But what is your opinion, my friends? What do you think about the pieces that we covered today? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care. I will talk to you again. Bye.